So now I would like to call Mr. Pong Chiu from the Collaborating Center for Oxford University and CUHK for Disaster and Medical Humanitarian Response. So he's going to talk about Leave No One Behind, the online sign language course for first responders and public in health emergencies.
Thank you very much. So good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for joining these sections. My name is Pong. I'm from Hong Kong. I'm also from the Center for Collaborating for Oxford University and CUHKs for disaster and medical humanitarian responses. So today I'm going to show you our new baby. We call the sign language online course. We just developed it. All right, so I just spent one or two slides to introduce our center. So because we're from universities, and also what we do is first is research. So one of the research area is HEDRM. It's a health emergency and disaster risk management. And second, we also do some knowledge transfer. So this photo is we bring students to the Nepal and to do some because of disaster resilience training to the villages. And now, of course, for the university, we do educations besides of a general disaster education to undergraduate and postgraduate. We will develop lots of we call online courses. And my colleagues are going to distribute you some information about our online courses, which had already developed. So we have already 7 topics. It's about the public health principles, COVID and climate change, research methodology, human security, HEDRM, health systems and industrial disasters, which has already established and you can register for free. And online course is the next one. Is that I'm going to show you the Discord. So why we pick online course for sign language? The first one is for the deaf people. We call it as a hidden disabilities. You will never know who is deaf until they sign or until they try to read your lip. So I will ask, do you know how many deaf people in this stage? You will have no idea until you see they use the sign language for communications. So we call this a kind of like hidden disabilities. And usually for this kind of disabilities, they are unfortunately disproportionately affecting by emergencies. For example, in case of fire, if we just rely on some audio alarm, how can they know this is fire and they have to escape? If they is charged by the fire or policemen, if they want to give the instruction to them, how can they communicate to them to have better, for example, evacuations or exit? Or of course, when they have access to the health services in the hospital, they also have some difficulties because not all the health professionals they can speak. They can use sign language for communications. Delayed treatments, wrong treatments, lots of problems would be coming because of the lack of the effective communications between the first responder and the deaf people. So that's why I have a question in my mind. So is it better or can our communities become more resilient to disaster if more people or if the whole community, if particular for the health responder, if they know how to use sign language, will it make our city or communities more resilient to disasters? All right. So that's why we developed this online sign language course, particularly for the first responder and also for the public peoples in health emergency situations. So I'm going to show you this videos. It's about how can the basic information about this course. The audio part is in Chinese, but you can know the situation from the title.
香港有完善嘅經濟發展，但係喺處理風災、車禍、船禍同埋各種災難方面，仍需要努力發展。有一部分人，例如聾人，佢哋有真正嘅需要，但係就未得到大眾嘅關注。因此， 香港中文大學災害與人道救援研究所聯同手語及聾人研究中心合作開辦咗以下一個新嘅課程，等大眾認識相關嘅狀況，學習點樣應變，向住未來全面發展同埋邁進。呢個課程灌注咗我哋嘅理念，包括所有嘅手語教學示範都係由香港土生土長以香港手語為母語嘅聾人擔任，而且為咗加添一啲真實感，拍攝製作嘅情景都邀請咗救護員、護士同埋警員演出。呢一個課程係香港至今嘅第一個網上手語學習課程。醫療救護同埋一啲需要喺緊急應變下工作嘅人員，以至廣大市民都可以報讀呢一個課程㗎。讀咗之後，你哋就可以運用手語同聾人溝通，並且了解更多聾人嘅情況。我哋希望大家都知道，當發生各類災難嘅時候，視障人士、聾人、肢體傷殘人士等都唔應該被忽略。喺我哋嘅發展過程之中，要多加留意佢哋啊！好期待你哋報讀呢一個課程。
So this one we call eye-catching videos. It's kind of for promotions and to let you know our philosophies behind for making this online course. So for the rest of the time, I'm going to show you some features of some special points of this course. First, this is the first online course for teachings. We have face-to-face. We have we call it a tradition course, teaching sign language. But online course, the advantage is that because we provide flexibilities, because our target is the first responder, they may have to work in hospital, in fire brigade. It's rotation, shift work. So maybe they don't have time to come to the classroom. But for the online course, it offers flexibilities for them in study. It's more easy for them to learn. Second is, we recruit or we ask all the local native deaf people for the demonstrations of sign language. First is to make sure it's a proper demonstrations. And second is sign language is quite localized. So because they are deaf people, this is their mother tongue. They learn this since their childhood. So it's really to make sure the proper sign language demonstrations. And we use the bilingual video training with some grammar tips. So this is our teacher. So this is a video. The video type is they can play back to see, to practice once again and once again. In Hong Kong, we use both Chinese and English. That's why we put both Chinese and English. And the important point is we use the box, of grammar tips box. So now I'm going to show you how can we teach this. So if you teach, so doctor. So the doctor, sign of doctor will like this. So from the box, right? And then right, left. So you can guess, you know, what's the meaning? It's kind of the doctor to put the stethoscope to auscultate the chest, right? It's easy, right? So we use this text box to show, to explain. It's not just a hard memory. We need the student to learn the meaning of this sign. From very simple box, you just follow hand shape, locations, and the movement, right? So you see, hand shape, locations, and movement, and also different combinations will generate different meanings of the sign language. And it's also the power of the sign language. We make the language visible, right? When you see this, you know this is doctor, auscultations, right? Second, we use a scenario base. For the first two lectures, it's kind of a simple basic grammar training, sentence making. But when for the lecture 3 onwards, so we try to make it more complicated and scenario based. We make the 4 scenarios. One is deaf patients at A&E. Second is deaf pregnant women, the deaf hiking incidents, and also the last one is the big fire disasters. So all the scenario, we really ask the deaf teachers and people what they have encountered in the past. What's your difficulties? What's your experience? And we incorporate of this real story, their own experience, into the scenario. So it's really client center. We are not just ask them to learn everything. What we want to teach them, we want to reverse this. We want to teach them what the deaf people really learn. So this is one of another features of this video. We also recruit the actors, but they are all a real first responder. She's a nurse. She's my colleague, actually. Yeah, working in a hospital in A&E. He is a real ambulance man. And doing the health assessment to the pregnant women, the oxygen is also real. All right. And a policeman, a police cordon, a real bus, or fire accidents, and also real ambulance. We all use the real one to make it more practical and more realistic. All right. We also teach them some deaf cultures, because we know for teaching the communications, culture is one key element. Deaf people, they have their own culture. You understand their culture, you know how to communicate with them. It's not just using a sign, but also the culture. And also the tips for communication is one of the another box. All right. So you may think that, oh, maybe it's only just Hong Kong situations. No, I would say it's a kind of global situations. Over 5% of the world populations have disability hearing loss. A number is going to double in 30 years, up to 900 million. And the deaf people, they always use the sign language for communications. So next video is going to show you our hope. No, it's no sound. It's no sound because it's demonstrated by the deaf people. It also echoes to the standard frameworks about the social inclusions, okay, and also we have to consider all the needs of the disabled peoples or some vulnerable peoples into policy making, and also we require all of our society engagement. We have to work together, all right. So we really want this course, okay. It's just like a kickstart. It's from Hong Kong to the globe, and also it's from deaf to other vulnerable groups as well. It's not restricted to deaf people, from other vulnerable groups. We have to act now to build the inclusions and resilience and leave no one behind. So, thank you very much. I'm really happy to have to answer any questions from the stage. Oh, it's not yet announced. It's still productions, but we are going to announce this course by the end of this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Sorry. I would be interested.
Yeah, thank you very much for your interest. Yes. Any questions? Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. I think everybody's so happy to hear from you.